Hello, this is Alex with Designs by Blue Star. Today I'm going to walk you through this Google Sheets budget. It's pretty simple to use. It's designed for people with limited Google Sheets experience. There's also one, the same thing is in Excel. The link for both of these will be in the description, but that's enough about that. Let's go. So you're going to want to start over here. Okay, well, just for fun, let's kind of show you this fun page. Zoom in. So here's January, February. Obviously, you can see there's a month. There's a different tab for each month, and then there's one for the full year. And then there's a full tab for just your budget, so you can see how everything is by month. A full tab for what you actually spent. And then this is the difference between your budget and what you actually spent. So you can see here, this already has your income, ad hoc expenses, your recurring expenses, debt, and savings. So if we go over here to your categories, this might make more sense. So this is your income. So if you click on one of these are the same things for your income. So let's go ahead and say wages, business income, side hustle, and interest. You can see that wages, side hustle, and interest were updated. If you don't want anything else, you can go in and delete it. If you don't want anything else, you can go in and you can delete those, and then these will go away. So it's same thing works for your expenses, your ad hoc expenses, your recurring expenses, your savings, and your debt. I think you get the idea. So let's just put in here, oh, what's an ad hoc expense? Let's say concert. I'm going to say Taylor Swift tickets. I wish, but let's do that just for fun. Taylor Swift. And if you ever need to move something, like if your column width is too little, so you can't see everything, you just go up here and you get these little you get these little two lines, and you just double click. All right. So that's how that works. I think you get it. I'm not going to go through all of these. It works the exact same. If you have different debt, different savings, recurring expenses, do it how you want to. If you don't want these to break these up and you just want them to be expenses, start listing them here and then list the other ones down there. It's fine. It's your file. Do what you want. I'm just showing you how it works. So this is where we get to the fun part. All right, we are on the transaction tab. Let's go through that. So we're going to go in and we're going to fill in the date, the customer or vendor. This is completely optional. If you don't want to, don't do it. It just makes it nicer later if you want to filter or if you need to look back. Here's your dollar amount and your income and expense category. The blue, do not adjust. Do not adjust. Don't touch that. It's going to screw it up. So let's go with vendor customer. I'm going to say utility company. I'm going to say rent company. Here. So see all of these? That's what you set up over here. You get to pick from your drop down. So I'm going to say that is rent. I could have just started typing in rent and it would have popped up. Gas company. It's right in June. And so you can see here, there's the gas company and there's my rent. Income, wages. So you can kind of see how this is your spending overview. It's showing you how your spending is going. Here's your total ad hoc. Here's your total recurring. That's from what we've entered in so far. So what you want to do, and most of the time I would recommend doing this before the month starts, but this is a tutorial, so we don't really have a real month, so we're going to do it now. We're going to go through and we're going to budget. What do I think my wages are going to be? Rent. I'm just adjusting this so it makes more sense. There we go. Okay. So then I'm going to pay 125 and 50 and 50 and 50. And then you can see there, based on my made up budget, I have 1,610 left. So it depends how you want to do this. Some people like a zero-based budget. A zero-based budget is when your budget is zero. So I would put, and my budget is zero. But if you don't want that, you can just leave it like that, and you can say that I'm expected to make $7,135, and then my total expenses are $5,525. So I should have $1,610 left at the end of the month. I'm going to do a zero-based budget. I'm going to do that. So let's go in and fill in some transactions. I'm going to make this real quick for you guys. So you can see we entered in all of those transactions, and now let's go look at what it looks like. Like I said, this part, vendor and customer, is optional. I was lazy, so I didn't put it in there. All right, there you go. So you can see actual, it's all the transactions. And the green is your budget, which you can edit at any time. So right here, you can see this is your graph that shows you your actual and your budget. Your budget was a little over, that's why it's a little higher, but that gives you a quick view to see how you're doing. And then over here, it tells you your spending by type. As we discussed, we set up a zero-based budget for, and our actual is not based on zero. So if we wanted to make that zero just to make them match, we could go over here to transactions. We have $978 left. It's the end of the month. And put in savings. That would actually be emergency fund. There, you can see we're at a zero based, and you can also see debt, savings, ad hoc. As you go and you fill more and more information in for the year, everything will show up on this page. So this is, lets you see it by month. This will let you see it by year. I have some other budget information in here. That's why my budget is higher. But you could also tell just by looking here. There's your budget information by month. So if you want to at the beginning of the year, you could go in and budget for the entire year for things that happen occasionally, like if you have car tags or anything like that. Here's your actuals. I've only filled in June, so I only have any actual spending in June. And then here's your difference. So that's pretty much how that works. If you have any questions, feel free to comment or reach out to me. www.designsbybluestar.com is where you can find these templates. So reach out if you have any questions. If you want to see something else, if you have any other ideas, also reach out. I always appreciate new ideas. Thanks. Have a great day.